and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, I'm Nocturne and I do K-pop, K-drama as well as pick a card readings here on YouTube. I hope you guys are well, I hope you're safe, I hope you're having an amazing day. And today we're going to be doing a reading on Jung Hae. We are gonna be looking into his current energy of his relationships, as well as overview of the next 6 months, looking into each quarter and things like that. As usual, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to be divulging too much into his personal life out of respect for him and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in joining me on Patreon, would like to know what cards I use for my readings, or would like to get a private reading for yourself, I'll have a link for all of those things in the description box below. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the reading. Hello everyone. So the sun has come out. Because of that, it's casting all these beautiful shadows that I'm hoping is not gonna stop you guys from being able to see the cards, so I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, so I thought we would start the reading by seeing a little bit into Jung Hae-in's personality. I have done a few readings of him prior to this, one standalone reading and some friendship readings, but one of my lovely patrons mentioned to me that I've actually never looked into his personality, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't. So I thought it would be really good to start off the reading by seeing his personality as seen by his guides. And so guys, the Trine Oracle jumped out first, and then we have the Empress, the King of Wands, and then the Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So first of all, I can see it's very interesting that I was like, wait, okay, let's have a look into his personality from the point of view of his spirit guides, what they can tell us and things like that. And again, we have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So I can tell that he has a lot of support from his spirit guides, from his ancestors, from his loved ones, from his angel. He's very, very much supported, and he's very, very much loved. He has a very, very kind heart. With the Empress and the King of Wands, it's very interesting because I feel like he gives off this almost like cool, very calm persona, but actually with the Empress, I see that he's bounding with like energy and creativity, and he gets really excited on the inside, even though maybe he tries not to show it. But I feel like on the inside, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I get to do this kind of thing. He's someone that's very, 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 very dedicated to his craft. Like, he gives it his all. When he starts a new role, he fully immerses into that role. He goes to sleep thinking about it. He wakes up thinking about it. That's how important his craft is. It's not just a job. It's fully something that he's dedicated and passionate about. With the King of Wands, he's actually someone that's very, very ambitious. He's very ambitious and he's very passionate. He has a very clear view of what he would like to achieve, and he goes for it. And in fact, with the King of Wands, I can see that he's actually very, very, very multi-talented too. I think there's a lot of things that he wants to do, not just acting, but I think he would be very good in business. I feel like this is something that has come forward for him prior to this. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but it's come forward again. So with the King of Wands, definitely, I think he has an eye for business. So who knows, maybe in the future he's going to open a restaurant, maybe he's going to open a brand, something like that. But I definitely see that coming for him. Now, another thing I really wanted to mention is that we have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands. He is someone that is very, very resilient, you guys. Obviously, we're not going to go through too much into this, but what I'm being shown here is that he has gone through a lot in his life, and there's been moments or points in his life where I feel like if this had happened to someone else, this would have been the turning point that made them think, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna give up. But Jung Hae-in has used those low points into strengths and into kind of a huge push to make him more determined into making it, because I can see that from these weaknesses, from these pains, from these hurts, from these experiences, he's turned it into a foundation for him to truly excel and to truly grow, because he's now celebrating his wins. He's not letting those low points become those low points. Instead, they became the turning point in which he succeeded. So I think this is something that is so admirable of him. And I think because of that, I can see where the King of Wands comes here. There's a lot of wisdom in him. And I think people don't realize when they first meet him that he has gone through a lot in life, and he doesn't open up very easily to people. He doesn't necessarily think it's important for people to know all these things about him, but that's why he's so wise, and that's why he has such a clear understanding of the world, because he's gone through a lot. But yeah, so now let's look into current energy. So Current energy for Jung Hae in. Current energy for Jung Hae in. Current energy, guys. So full disclosure, right now it's the 5th of May. Yes, I'm filming this on the 5th of May. So, oof. So, current energy. 2 more from this deck. Oof. Can you clarify the Tower? Okay, 2 more. On the side. Oof, sorry guys, there's a card that jumped out. Just 1 more. Wow, you guys. So current energy, I can tell you that he's not necessarily doing his best right now. Again, full disclaimer, I am currently filming on the 5th of May. So we have the 4 of Cups and the Star jump out first, and then we have the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. We also have Strength and the King of Swords. So first of all, I can see that there's like a little bit of a conundrum right now because his life is almost going at like 2 paths. 2 paths are kind of like going separately. So on his career front, I can see that he's actually doing very, very, very well. But on his personal life, he's not doing very well. Things are just taking a hit, a huge hit. There's something that he's been really wanting with a star. It's something that he's put on a pedestal. It's kind of like a wish fulfillment, a relationship, a connection with someone. And I feel like this connection is really not doing very well right now. We have the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. It really feels like he's been putting a lot of effort. You see here with the Ace of Cups and the Star, you see that in both pictures, the person is pouring a lot of water into the ocean, into the lagoon. That's pouring heart, that's pouring love into a source, into someone, right? He's been putting a lot of love in, a lot of, how should I say this, attention to someone. But it feels like with the Tower and the Knight of Swords, it's almost like taken him by surprise that things are just not working out the way they are. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. So guys, can you tell us more about this Knight of Swords? So what's going on within this connection? Okay. Oof. Oh no. Okay guys, here's what I can tell you, okay? It feels like there's been a lot of back and forth with the Knight of Swords, of disagreements between him and this person. So it feels like they're just not seeing eye to eye. It's very difficult for them to get their communication across. There's a lot of miscommunication that is happening between the two of them. I can see with the Sun in reverse that things used to feel really easy, really light, and because of that, it's not been feeling like that at all. It hasn't been feeling positive. It hasn't been feeling joyful. I feel like they used to have a lot of like joking and like, you know, like laughing together and things like that. That hasn't been happening in a while. And it almost feels like what I can tell you is that one of them is like, you know what, let's just call it what it is, and let's just, you know, like the other person has come with a decision to stop this connection for the time being. Because with a Wheel of Fortune, I can see the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's almost like, and the Judgment, it's like, let's just halt it. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just stop it. And so it's really left him shocked. It's really left him brokenhearted with the King of Cups in reverse and the Tower. So this is what I can tell you guys about his connection right now. I'm so sorry. But I can tell that it's like he's really reeling from it, because this is not something that he's expected. And if it were up to him, I think he would still want to keep going with his connection. And because he's going through such a huge weight on his shoulders in regards to his personal life right here, he's really feeling uninspired with his job. But he knows he needs to focus because he's actually getting so many good opportunities in regards to work. And he really needs to focus. He really needs to give it his all. But I can see that he is distracted, and he's trying very hard not to be. Yeah, so his current energy, I'm so sorry, you guys. It's just, he's currently going through a lot. What he needs is actually rest. What he needs is actually some time off to just focus on himself and his mental well-being. But I feel like right now that's just not in the cards for him, because there's just so much that's being expected of him. Yeah, it almost feels like right now, oh, sorry guys, the energy is like a little bit It feels like right now, because of everything, because of what he's going through in his personal life, it's almost as if he's just like, oh, I really don't want to wake up in the morning. I just kind of like want to rest. But he has things. He has, you know, contractual obligations. He has responsibilities that he needs to do. And so because of that, I feel like he's kind of going through the motions, but his mind isn't really there. He's not really like there, you know, he's not really present. And he is someone that's very dedicated, as I mentioned to you guys, right? He's someone that gives it his all. So this is really, really unlike him. So yeah, okay guys, wow. Okay, so that is current energy. I was gonna have a proper look into romance, but I feel like a lot of that has already come out. So we'll just have another quick look into that, just really quickly. Guys, is there gonna be a solution to this? We're just gonna briefly look into this. Remember guys, energies can change all the time. I think right now, what it is that their path is not aligned. One of them is doing something, the other person is doing another thing. They're both kind of like busy. Okay, this deck doesn't want to come out. And no matter how much you want something to work out, if it's not time for it to work out, it's not something that you can force, right? Yeah. Look at this, guys. This is it. This is the reason. The reason is because the other person in his life is literally focused on building their career. What made them really connect in the first place is the fact that they saw each other in each other. You know how I mentioned he's the King of Wands? This person is the Queen of Wands. This person and him connect on such a level when they first met that they felt like they saw each other in each other. Do you know, even though they were different, there's something about the other person that feels so familiar. And it's this grit, this determination, and also the way they speak to one another and speak to each other's soul. And so that's why he's trying to hold on to this connection so much, because I think this person makes him feel a way he hasn't felt with anyone else before. But as much as he would like to keep this connection going, this person is right now focusing on her own craft. You guys can see that with the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and they're just looking to the future. They're focused on their career right now. They're really, really trying to make it work. And I think it's really difficult for this person right now to make both things work. So they need to kind of like say, I'm so sorry. It's just really difficult for me right now. I need to focus on my craft and I need to focus on my career. So that's how it feels right now. Will things get better in the future? Maybe, who knows, right? Nothing is set in stone. But in this current moment in time, it feels very, very difficult for them to make it work right now. So I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. So now let's look into overview for the next 6 months. What's coming to Jung Hae in the next 6 months? Let's focus. What's going to be the main themes of Jung Hae-in's life in the next 6 months? The main theme for Jung Hae-in. You guys, you don't understand how much his spirit guides love him. His spirit guides, his angels, ancestors, loved ones that have passed, you know, whatever you believe in. But there are forces that are guiding him. There are forces that are guiding all of us, that are protecting all of us. And his guides love him so much. We had the Trine Oracle jump out first in the beginning of his card, and now we have receiving from angels. So Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Receiving from angels, shimmering wings of angels, embrace me now. So I think the next 6 months are not necessarily going to be the easiest time for Jung Hae-in, but what we're being shown right now is that everything is happening the way it should. Even though he doesn't believe it, trust that he is in perfect flow, in perfect harmony. He's got angelic support and everything is unfolding the way it needs to be, and he will understand it in due time. So in the next 6 months, I see that he's going to be very, very busy. We have the Taking Action Oracle. So there's a lot of boundless possibilities, boundless opportunities that are opening up for him in the next 6 months. I see that he's going to be receiving a lot of blessings. I feel almost like he's like, wait, I haven't really done anything, but why is everything fallen into place, especially in terms of his career? I see that with embarking on an adventure. I see that he's also going to be doing some traveling. So I see that some of the traveling is going to be for work opportunities too. So anything else, guys, in regards to the next 6 months? Overview, just an overview, a quick one. What other themes are going to be prevalent in the next 6 months? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so you guys, this is so very interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, okay? Like, obviously, or I'm not gonna try to hide it. What I mean is that obviously this connection he had with this person was very, very meaningful to him, and it's not something that he can get over like that. But this person wanted to have the Nine of Pentacles. She is currently chasing, you know, this kind of feeling of abundance, and she wants to build on her career and things like that. And he is now focusing his next 6 months on doing the same for himself, and he gets it. It's so crazy how much they mirror each other, though. It's like, sorry, it's crazy how much they mirror each other. This person is the Queen of Wands. He is the King of Wands. They want to have the Nine of Pentacles. He will also get the Nine of Pentacles. So it's not that there is no love from both sides. I feel like there is love between this person and between him, but it's almost like, you know, that heartbreaking kind of story where they need to be focusing on their career and they need to be focusing on themselves. So the next 6 months, it doesn't mean that because their connection has ended, they're going to be like seeking other connections. I think she is fully immersed in, you know, like achieving her goals. And that's exactly what he's doing as well with the Nine of Pentacles as well. So he's going to be really raking in a lot of like blessings and abundance in terms of monetary and finances. There's also with the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of savings that he's going to do. I also see that he's going to be in a more secure place. I really sense, I didn't want to say this, but I really sense that he could be investing in something big in the next 6 months. He could be buying a house, buying a building, buying really big, I don't know, something like that. But I see him investing a lot of his money onto something that is like a really viable thing. I see that he's slowly going to kind of like uncover a lot of things with the Seven of Cups in reverse. I think maybe he was under the illusion that like, okay, you know, this could work. His relationship or his connection with this person could work despite all these things. And I feel like in the next 6 months, he's going to come to a lot of realization that, you know what, I was forcing it. You know, when like they say you go through like 7 stages of grief, and the first is like anger and like, you know, all these and disbelief and things like that. And like, I feel like throughout these 6 months, he's going to go through a lot of stages, but finally he's going to realize that it had to happen this way, and that's okay. Like maybe he was forcing it too much on him and on this person, and it just had to happen this way. And so now he's just going to focus himself on his time on himself for the next 6 months. So this is what I see happening in the next 6 months. Okay, guys, so now let's focus on each quarter. So each quarter for Jung Hae in, we're gonna start with, I'm filming this on 5th of May, so May, June, July for Jung Hae in. Wow, you guys, you know how I told you about the stages of grief, right? So in the next 3 months, it's all about him like letting go, releasing this pain and this disappointment about how things happen, and just surrendering to the divine. Again, I mentioned, right, he is so fully protected by his guides, the universe, his angels. Sorry, I was gonna look for the card, but I guess there it is. And look at this, with the Ten of Pentacles too. He is so protected. I think it's literally just the way that it's meant to be right now. Surrender to the divine, receiving from angels and angelic support. So I think the next 3 months is him coming to terms with how things worked out and trying to release the negativity, the hurt, the feeling that is lingering, the feeling of what if. I think honestly, if he is meant to be with this person, it is meant to be. You know, sometimes you have these pockets in time where you have to work on yourself so you can be better people for each other too. And I think that's what's happening right now. So yes, so in these next 3 months, he's really releasing, surrendering, and just letting go of that feeling of like, why did it happen? We also have new moon in Leo. So he's really just now focusing all his energy into himself the way that it was intended. Because again, this card had already come out. That's what he was trying to do from the get-go. It was just something that was really, really difficult. He was trying to focus on his career because there were a lot of opportunities coming in, but he just couldn't focus because his mind is on, you know, the deteriorating state of his personal relationship. And so it was really, really difficult for him to focus on all this abundance and all this situation, all this opportunities that were coming his way. But now he's going to be focusing on that. So the next 3 months is about him focusing again on his job, so, and his personal career. Yeah, he is trying to balance the two. He's trying to balance his work and his feelings that are still, you know, there's still a lot of feelings. The thing with Jung Hae is that he is someone that is a very like a romantic, and this card came forward in his previous reading that I did for him too. So obviously it's not to say that like, okay, yes, he's throwing away all these feelings for this someone. It's just about him trying to like, okay, you know what, I am coming to an understanding about the way things happened, and I have to kind of like balance. Okay, yes, I can still have those feelings, but I can't let those feelings stop me from doing my responsibilities and from doing the things that I need to do. So with the Two of Wings, this is coming out again because this already came forward, but I feel like the outlook in this one is completely different from the beginning when things first happened, because this was current energy. This came out in current energy. It almost feels like, you know what, I don't want to do anything right now. I just want to stay at home and I just want to rest. I'm feeling like almost like the breath has taken out of my chest. But now it's more in the sense of like, okay, I can feel the way that I feel when I get home, but when I'm at work, I am closing my eyes to those feelings. I am focused on my work. So that is May, June, July. Okay, guys, so now let's go to August, September, October. So August, September, October for Jung Hae. August, September, October. Ooh. Okay, what's this about? August, September, October. Oof. This is very interesting because, I mean, this is the full moon in Aries and the devil is Capricorn, but you can see both horns here. So this is very interesting. So, okay, what are we? May, September, October, August, September, October. Huh. Is there something that's been going on with him and his agency or people that he's been working with? Because that's the sense that I'm getting. Like, there's people that haven't been getting along. Okay, so this is interesting. We have the full moon in Aries, the devil, the Five of Swords, the High Priestess, and the moon in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that there's been a situation in his personal life where literally people have not been getting along. And the reason I say agency or his management or something like that is because with the devil, I feel like there's a contractual tie within about, you know, in regards to him and this other entity, this other group, this other company, whatever. Or it could even be a project that he's contractually obligated to do, you know, he's already signed the contract, something like that. But anyways, there is a situation in his personal life where things just haven't felt right. He's had a feeling that something is not right about this. And people haven't been getting along. It feels like things are getting halted. It's difficult for things to move forward. And within those 3 months, was it May, June, July, August, September, October? Yeah, a lot of things are going to get uncovered with the moon in reverse. So finally, things are going to get uncovered, and it's going to help dissipate, either dissipate the contractual obligations, it's going to halt the project altogether, or it's going to stop the connection. So, you know, I honestly feel like this is a work thing. So it could have something to do with like an agency management or a project situation. But yeah, it feels like it's going to be a pretty big thing. And, you know, I always say this, you know, when things happen like this, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to hear about it. So, you know, and I hope we don't hear about it. I hope it happens behind the scenes because, you know, you don't want to be going through something difficult and then have people on top of that, have another layer where people are talking about it and feeling bad for you and things like that. So I hope it doesn't get to the public, but this is a big thing that is happening between June, July. Yeah, was it May, June, July? No, August, September, October. Okay, guys, anything else in regards to August, September, October? Anything else in regards to August, September, October for Jung Hae? Anything else? No? Not from this one? Wow. Yeah, it's something to do with his career for sure, because now we have the sextile and the 10th house, and the 10th house is all about our career, our life mission, our structure, you know, and we have sextile, you know, which is usually like tension. It's about, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, you know. It's like fiery chemistry, you know, like those romantic movies sometimes where like they fight because they like each other. It feels like that, but especially the sextile with the 5 of Swords here, it really does feel like people not getting along, people having different of opinions, and it's been going on like that for a really long time until it didn't work anymore. But yeah, so this is what I'm being shown. It's still about the situation. But guides, can you tell me a little bit more in regards to something else of his life between August, September, October? So August, September, October, other than that. One more? Just one. Okay, then. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like those 3 months are gonna be quite difficult for Jung Hae in, and it has a lot to do with his career. And I think because of that, that's the only thing that the guides are showing me right now. And with the Prince of Wings, the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Emperor, it really feels like he's being challenged in those times, in these 3 months. And he really has to kind of like get going and keep going. There's a sense of like, okay, I need to protect my career now. I need to protect my assets now. There's a lot of feeling of like, okay, loss of income with the 5 of Pentacles. So like, okay, if this project doesn't go, or if I part ways with this agency or whatever, what happens to me then? Kind of thing. I do see that there is going to be help in hand and he's going to be okay. Like, here's the thing. The way I see it is that this situation is also gonna make him realize just how powerful he is, how he's gonna be okay, everything is gonna be okay, because Jung Hae In is an amazing person and he has so much strength within him from all those things that he's been through in the very beginning, like I told you guys, right? He turned really painful experiences into the foundation of his success. He didn't let that stop him from achieving his goals and becoming a good person. And so if he's gone through this, he can get through anything, is what I'm saying. So I see that the next 6 months are not necessarily going to be the easiest time for Jung Hae In. So I'm so sorry, you guys, but what I can tell you is that he's going to be okay and he's going to persevere. I just want to have a quick look in regards to, sorry, one more thing. One more. Okay. So I just want to have a quick look in regards to his connection. And I see that in the next 6 months, by the end of the next 6 months, he's gonna feel better about the connection. He's not gonna have sleepless nights about it anymore. He's still gonna be thinking about it, but I think his main focus with everything that's unfolding is on his career and ensuring that his career has longevity. But yeah, guys, I'm so sorry that, you know, I couldn't give you guys flowers and roses and things like that, but that is the reality of you know, life sometimes things happen. It's all about ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And I see that there's going to be situations arising in the next 6 months where Jung Hae In is really going to feel like he's struggling. But please trust that he's going to be okay. And in regards to his connection, you know, again, like I mentioned, sometimes we need to go through these little pockets in time to work on ourselves so we can be better for each other, right? But yeah, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope you're being kind to yourselves. I love you guys so much. I'm sending so much love your way. And yeah, I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye.